everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all of you. On this occasion, I will carry out my General English course assignment, which is to make a short presentation. Happy watching and please listen to presentation that I convey. Thank you. Source of knowledge can be obtained in various ways. Before the digitalization era it is now, we usually only relied on books and lectures as a source of learning. But now, we can learn through a wider and varied way, such as through website, online article, online journal, and e-learning. This change in learning resource is also supported by technological development along with higher human mobility, so that they often feel they do not have enough time to study conventionally. Thus, media or learning facility are created that are more time-saving or flexible in times of place and time. Indonesia and the whole world are currently being hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has definitely had a major impact on people's daily activities. One of them is the Indonesian student learning system. What is usually done offline at school is now changing to be done online. Okay everyone, let's introduce myself. My name is Tiara Olga Faniasari. I am a student from Communication Science Program, Faculty of Social Science and Political Science, UNTAK, Surabaya. Now I will share presentation on the topic entitled The Best Solution for Students During the Pandemic, Online versus Offline Learning. I think this topic is important to discuss because it is related to the quality of education in Indonesia. We all know that in the midst of this pandemic, all students are trying to adapt to online learning. The learning system applied during this pandemic period is definitely very different from the usual learning. In the online learning system, all students, including students, are required to be smarter in using SIS and technology. This change made lecturers and students confused because they are not used to online learning. They also had no previous online learning preparation or practice. So when there was a change from offline to online learning, there were some difficulties experienced by lecturers and students in online learning. As the applications that must be used are still limited, many still don't know how to use online learning application, then the internet is lacking support, so many complain about online learning. I found research data on internet, namely the results of a survey on campus in Indonesia, which show that the majority of correspondents indicate that it was not suitable for online learning. The essence of their various reasons is because online learning is not superior to offline learning. In Indonesia, it is rare for agency to use online learning. Maybe there are some who have used online learning, but not many. So that when a virus disaster strikes suddenly, which prohibits use from roaming outside the house and requires use to study online, there is no readiness such problem, learning system, application, and internet quota. In my opinion, if I'm required to choose online or offline learning, I prefer the offline learning system. This is because the online learning system is not effectively implemented. According to my analysis, there are many factors that make online learning less effective. Among others, number one, information and communication technology infrastructure is not ready to support distance learning. As a small example, this is because internet facility in Indonesia don't cover all regions in Indonesia, especially in remote area. Number two, the transfer of knowledge carried out in the teaching and learning process by lectures to students which is carried out online does not go well. For example, there are students who only do attendance without interacting with lectures. There are also lecturers who only deliver learning material in the form of teaching material in the form of document without any in-depth explanation. Number three is learning financing, which requires a large amount of money to carry out the teaching and learning process, such as tuition, fees for purchasing internet quota, and purchasing computer or laptop device. Number four and the last, lack of guidance and supervision from parents and those around them. This factor is also an important one. However, online learning is not all negative because one of the main goals of implementing distance learning now is to suppress and even break the chain of transmission of COVID-19. So, during this pandemic, we as students must have the best solution to anticipate the ineffectiveness of online learning, as previously mentioned. Among others, number one, manage time well. Set study time so as not to procrastinate in doing assignment. Write a daily routine for preparation, study, and rest. Number two, do online learning in a convenient place. Number three, as much as possible prepare the necessary equipment. And last, number four, establish good communication with teachers and study friends. Thus can be concluded that offline learning is more effective than online learning. This result can be seen from the discussion that has been described previously, namely online learning is less effective because there are still many shortcomings in the way of learning, while the advantages are no more. However, during this pandemic, we as students must continue to comply with the regulations set by the government and undergo online education properly in order to maintain the quality of education in Indonesia. We all here must be sure that this pandemic will definitely pass until finally activity can run normally and learning system can be carried out offline. So this is my short presentation about the best solution for students during the pandemic, online versus offline learning. I hope it will be useful for all of you. If there is a wrong word, I need apologize. See you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.